What up, everybody? It's your man Danelle, aka Small Guy Promotions, aka the Omaha Fatty. Coming to you with a quick message. And as I sit here and work, I was just listening to the Gary Vaynerchuk Tea with Gary V, as I do usually in the mornings as I work. It's really good information, oftentimes entertainment as well. Make sure you check out Gary V, by the way, on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. He's got it jumping off on all those platforms. Uh, but yeah, man, I didn't want to take a break away from listening, but I was like, man, let me create something real quick. Um, I had been thinking about it for a while, and just being an employee as well as a small business owner. Um, you know, Finances come into play often, and I like to talk about the struggles of working and trying to still focus on the businesses. Sometimes it's tough, especially I've been working a lot of overtime and whatnot. But a good thing is that me and my squad, my circle of homies that have been down for years, back in our 20s, I found Dave Ramsey and became debt free, and I shared that information with my boys. One of my other boys found that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and we just basically we used to have like a little book club. It didn't last long, but it lasted long enough for us to be able to, figure that debt was definitely not a thing that we wanted to have going into the future. So I think for the most part, my boys and I are out of debt. No auto loans. I mean, stuff still happens sometimes where you take a small loan, but overall, we all are out of debt aside from our homes, and it's a real comfortable feeling. It's a nice to have, and it puts things in a different perspective for sure. I know Dave Ramsey always used to say, after you pay that car note off, that final payment, the car drives differently. When you pay that home off, which we paid off our previous home because we sold it to move into this home, but we didn't pay it off and continue to live in that home. So I don't really have that as an actual form of reference from experience, from that standpoint. But when you pay your home off and you go out and you walk outside in the grass feels different when you when you when you pay off your home. And I will tell you, even though I do still work for someone else, things feel a lot different, and you feel like you have a lot more freedom when you aren't underneath the burden of owing people money. Now, of course, the home is still a burden, and we have to make sure that we continue to have income streaming in for mortgage and our regular bills. But we definitely still have a plan to pay off the house sooner than the 30 years or whatever when we signed up for the mortgage. So I just wanted to make a message and talk about the importance of being debt free and being able to have liquid assets available, liquid cash, because a lot of times people get stressed out so much because of the added pressure that being in debt brings. Uh, Sometimes you have to take on extra work because you are trying to pay off whatever that debt is, that loan is. So that's where that freedom comes into play, where I don't feel that stress. If I did happen to lose my job, which I don't really like the job anyway, but it pays the bills for sure. As I'm working here right now. But if I did lose my job or anything, we were talking about it, my wife and I, recently. 2019 financially was tough, with us traveling more than we've ever traveled, for jiu-jitsu tournaments, and uh, also having auto issues with our vehicles, both of our vehicles. My vehicle actually broke down on my way to work, back in October last year. Um, so again, that's one of those instances where we had already paid for a car for her last year, and our savings had just kind of dwindled. Got braces for both of the daughters, and you pay that check up front to get that 5% discount. Uh, so our savings had just kind of been hit hard a little bit in 2019. So when it came to me getting my vehicle, we had to take out a little loan for like 6 grand. We paid it off in, I don't know, 3 4 months. Uh, just because we don't like to have that debt, we pay $1,000 a month or whatever it is to hurry up and get from underneath that debt. Um, and it feels good. It sucked to have to be back in a position because we thought we would never be uh, in debt again. But we don't, you only got like 20 25 grand stashed. That can easily, which we very well found out, that can easily be gone. So the goal now is to stack more, uh, to be able to, now that the vehicles are good to go and we're not worried about it, and we don't buy new vehicles. They're older vehicles, not older, but 2015s. We're not keeping up with the Joneses and all that. But we definitely are making sure to be wise and smart about the money. So we were talking about money and how much it would take, for us to have our 6 months of, uh, emergency fund. And so I'm thinking that 15 grand is a uh, good amount to have, just in case something were to happen. We could still be in our house for 6 months and pay all of our bills. So we of course want to stack more than that, but that definitely gives us some breathing room where we can feel a little more comfortable and not have to be worried about things that happen in life. So that is definitely what we are trying to do right now. That's why I'm working all the overtime that I'm working, because I want to have money for whatever we want to do, and I don't want any restrictions. But it feels good to be in this place. I feel all right. We're not struggling, and we definitely feel like we are in a decent place, a lot better off than a lot of other people, especially with coronavirus going on. Um, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about debt and not the lack of debt. Sorry, one moment. Looks like an over. But yeah, man. We haven't really been impacted financially so much from coronavirus. We're good. Um, Man, people just don't listen. But sorry, guys. Yeah, we are okay. We are okay, and I will continue to make sure that we're okay and that we don't go back into debt. And it feels good. It feels really good. And I just want people to know, of the importance of being out of debt. That's what it is. If you have not, I would definitely recommend checking out Dave Ramsey. He's got like radio show, TV show, podcasts and all that. He's got books. You can get his books for like $10 to $20. Financial Peace University, Total Money Makeover. Um, take advantage of that stuff, man. It is definitely helpful, and it's something that I plan to instill in my kids also, so they don't become in debt. I tell them about not being in debt, and being smart about money. And whenever they get money coming in, I take uh, you know usually like 50 to 75% of that money, I take it and I put it in the bank account for them so they don't spend it all. We got to pass this on to our kids. We can't be teaching them debt. So I don't know, man. That is what it is. I hope you guys find some kind of peace and some kind of enjoyment and entertainment from this message today. And again, I just want to talk about debt and how good I feel not being in debt aside from the house. And I can only imagine how good I'll feel once this house is paid off, man. You might see me do a backflip. I don't even know, man. But yeah, that's what it is. I wish you guys all the success as well, and the just financial peace, man. It takes a lot of stress off of you. I'm telling you, if you have been struggling, do what you need to do to get out from underneath that rock. There was a time when I worked two jobs, 11 to 7, actually, yeah, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And then I go and work 8 to 4 p.m. at another job back when I was in my early 20s, just to, you know, get under or get out of that debt that we had as younger folks. We don't do that anymore. No, no. So that's what it is, man. You guys have a wonderful day. Smile, help someone else smile. Laugh and help someone else laugh all day, every day. Get out of debt, stay out of debt. That's what it is. Yeah. Bow, 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 bow.